Welcome to Wellington's Y Zone, a podcast dedicated to curate weekly sports conversations, be a constant sports hub for content and interview game changers within the community and the world. I am back for another episode, episode two. I know I've been in and out recently, and it's been incredible to get the support and just feedback from so many people, so many friends, family for my first solo album, Recalculating, dropped July 4th. Special day, special day. Had amazing time just being with friends, being with church members, being with close loved ones. Um, and then that album dropping, it's just the creme de la creme. Shout out to Maurice Hendricks, my executive producer. He's been on the podcast, the old podcast, and he's gonna be on this one as well. For executive producing it. Shout out to Isaiah Barthelus, track five, Cemetery from Our Heart. Listeners, listen to this album. Especially for edification, for personal things that happen in my life, just me making a turn, completely surrendering my life to God and just really like setting my trajectory on him. And this album is just is so meaningful, and I'm so glad that people have been reacting to it well. We have a lot of topics to get into for this episode, and I want to start off with Summer League, Cooper Flagg, Bronny James. It was a record seller, honestly. They said that according to TickPick, tickets for Flagg Summer League debut were the most expensive in the event's history, with lower bowl seats selling for $650 and courtside tickets costing 2,500. Fans started attending, lining up 5:45 a.m. already. This Thomas and Mack Center in Sin City. They were like, yeah, we gotta see Cooper Flagg. We gotta see what this guy is up to for his first summer league game. And obviously, they secure 87-85 win over the Lakers. And Flagg finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists against Bronny James. And a lot of times with the summer league, you get the the first pick and the second pick to actually match up against each other, and then that's when you see like the marquee creme de la creme. But like this one was very different. It was like you get Bronny James, who wasn't a top two or top five pick. He was selected very low. I think the 55th or 57th pick in last year's draft. And then now you get like Cooper Flagg, who's obviously the number one overall pick. Sights set on him, and it's one of those things where, look, it's going to be a different game for him. He can do a lot of different things well. It's not like one thing he does particularly like dominantly well, particularly dominantly well, but he's a very like all around versatile type of guy. And it's going to be one of those things where it's just like he said. He said to the ESPN broadcast, "quote It's just a different game, different pace, different field, different spacing, just a lot of adjustments, but we'll be all right." So he's taking it level headed, and he's just showing his skills off. It's what you do in the summertime, and he wants Jason Kidd said he wants him to be like the initiator, primary initiator, and ball handler. So he definitely has his sights set on like what he needs to do, and I think it's just going to be one of those things where it's kind of like up from here, just day by day, week by week. Just keep observing the league, keep getting your reps up, keep working hard, doing what he has to do, and that's going to be a very interesting, fascinating type of development. Um, Another interesting thing that's been happening on the league is a current trade. Obviously, current trades have been going on. Deandre Ayton, he goes to the Lakers, and when I saw that move, I obviously knew, it's no secret. The Lakers, they needed size, especially if you look at that Minnesota series, how they just got bullied, losing 5 games. And if Anthony Davis is there, that does not happen like at all. They don't get bullied like that. They may lose a series, but they don't get bullied like that. The paint was just wide open for room service. It was just wide open for room service for the Timberwolves the entire series, and they just sweep by. They just go by in five, and then they get DeAndre Ayton, who I think is a very talented big, but I also think there is maturity issues, and sometimes his motor is in question about like how much effort he's going to give, and I think for a big that's kind of problematic. I need to know you're going to bring it every night, or try to at least bring it every night. And with DeAndre Ayton, I don't know if he's going to do that. I think it's a really like nice pickup. It's a nice pickup. It's not a game changer. It's not like, whoa, like the Lakers are going to like go to the Western Conference Finals because of that. I don't see it being that way. I think they're a top five seed, but I don't envision them as the type of team that's just going to leapfrog the Thunder and the Nuggets. I would say, honestly, even the Rockets. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I really just don't know. I'm not saying that the Rockets are definitely better than them, but I'm like, I mean, the Rockets have more of chemistry set in place than the Lakers do. The Rockets pushed the Warriors to 7 games. And I'm seeing with the Lakers, it's just like, what happened? They just got steamrolled by the by the Timberwolves. And so that's going to be a very interesting development. And I think when we look at it, I don't see LeBron getting traded. I'm not going to go there. I think he stays. But is this team any different than it was last year? Like, what's really the difference? They got it big, cool. I mean, like, what else are they going to do to like actually like move things up? And you have a great starting point. Two of the top 10 players in the league, Luka and LeBron, on the same team. That's a great starting point. But what are you going to do with the surrounding pieces? And that's what we always say about the Lakers. And it's kind of getting just like a coming a broken record. Another thing I wanted to get to was the Heat receiving Norman Powell via team three-team trade with the Clippers and Jazz. Pat Riley gave up Kyle Anderson, Kevin Love, and a second round pick to get the deal over the finish line. Um, and I mean, when you look at this, Norman Powell, obviously a very good scorer. He's gonna give them a spark. And Another interesting thing about this trade is that Heat also them getting Marcus Smart, and then it's a proposed trade, I believe, with Miami Heat possibly getting Marcus Smart, and then the uh, the Wizards receiving Terry Rozier. Somebody said trading Rozier for another depressed asset might be the way. Patagon reasoned. He's an author of this article and said, "quote And with that, why not approach the Washington Wizards on a potential one-on-one swap for Marcus Smart, who's in the final year of his contract, making 21.6 million." End quote. That's I could see that. I could honestly see that. You get a really good defender in Marcus Smart who can shoot. He's streaky. I don't trust him from the perimeter. I don't really trust him, but I'm like, sometimes he'll knock it down. He's like a Draymond. He'll knock it down sometimes, and when he does, I mean, it's gonna help a lot. Um, but Bradley Beal, that the main crux of this conversation is Bradley Beal because I mean, come on, like, what an addition that would be to Miami Heat. You know what I mean? If he's bought out of his contract with Phoenix, what an addition that would be. Devin Booker signs a contract extension. What happens when you get a guy like him? What happens when you get a guy like Bradley Beal? Like that would be incredible. And I think if you look at that mode, I see the writing on the wall for Bradley Beal. It's like Phoenix is like it was not it because we saw what Kevin Durant did, and I really want to react to the Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steve Nash interview. I might do like a reaction to that on the Patreon, or just like do a breakdown of like what I see in that interview, part one, part two. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. I'm gonna try to expand with the Patreon, do some extra things, so add incentive for you guys to look at it. $5, $5 a month. So if you can spare $5 a month to watch some extra Wellington's Wide Zone content, hey, dole out the money, and watch me do some bonus reactions, bonus content, bonus interviews. So yeah, lots gonna be loading up for Wellington's Wide Zone. And please like, comment, subscribe, give this 5-star ratings. Let's boom the numbers up. The YouTube's numbers are not doing what they need to be doing right now. I know it's slow walking, but I'm going to promote heavily the YouTube, get you guys going, get the numbers booming, so we can really start this Wilkins Wise Zone train running up off the ground the right way. But yeah, I think Bradley Beal, Miami, yes, I think that'll be a good move for them, and I think if they can make that happen, absolutely, that's something you sign off on. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.